If you've ever eaten at regular fast food places, here are a few things you've never tasted before. Thick sliced honey wheat bread, all soft and fresh. Tender slow roasted turkey breast, sliced just so. Natural Swiss, and more flavorful toppings. Introducing Market Fresh Sandwiches, a totally fresh idea from Arby's. Let us make one for you. Market Fresh Sandwiches, something new from Arby's to satisfy your grown-up tastes.
Howdy guys, today I'm investigating an abandoned, you might sing yourself, but before I'm saying that, Dylan, why are you investigating an abandoned Arby's building before when they were doing the work in the building? Why are you here? Also, I brought my dad with me. Yeah. So, you know why I wanted to investigate this building for an early day? Well, let me tell you. So a couple of years ago, I've been driving past this building for a long time. Yeah, like KFC and NW, I've been driving past it for a while. They're just business are rolling. And I'm going to do the history of the building, so I'm going to show you guys. This building, it might be like an older building that I've been to many older Arby's buildings for a long time in the channel before. I mean, I investigated one in the channel before, but I never tell you guys that this building is a rarely vintage, older Arby's building with the original design for the grand opening. So I'm gonna do the history right now. So this building is not longer than, let's say, 2021 or 2022. No, this building was way back in the 1970s, and it might be the first opening, for the grand opening for the Arby's building. For the grand opening for this building, they had a very thing. Also, I want to throw the picture to you. We're gonna look at it. So this picture, it was only for a grand opening that you can put more money and then change money, then you can purchase whatever it is, and also you can get free roast beef sandwiches for every day. I don't think we don't do that anymore, but it is rarely that the same. And one of the people, the president of Donald Davis, he went inside this building before and trying to give him more roast beef sandwiches every single day. And he goes here every day, and he just feels like a king. And now this location was a very accessible building, but it cannot make it to the 80s, and then this location closed in the 1980s. It was before when they took over this building. So it became a Chinese restaurant, and it was just still like a very average thing. And then to this day, there's a fire happening. Also, there's they're replacing new wood, so there's a fire happening. So in this rumor from the fire happening, they had a fire outfit from the kitchen on the back, and there's a lot of people was eating the food in a restaurant before. My mom don't like this location because it's bad, and they went in there eating their food like a normal average person like eats food, and suddenly enough there was a fire on the building, and it was burst on fire, and there was ever in the house on the building, and they had to get out on the building. Maybe I'll throw that in, maybe in the intro, maybe I'll look for a news what this happened to this location. It was a fire happening, and they had to just excuse all these people to get out of the building and run. And that was fire happening, and then it was burned out, and they had to rush out the building, so they had to immediately get out. And now it has a burn mark on the building. You can't see, but they replaced it, and they have a burn mark over the building, and they cannot stand of the fire hydrant. Also, this is a late morning, a late day, but so I like the Rite Aid, like the Rite Aid one in the, I don't remember the name, but maybe I'll put it in the bottom. I bet to get this one in the Rite Aid, and I remember these things. I had to wait for the workers to go away, and hopefully the workers, when they're doing in there, I'll let them do what they're doing, and I will I'll be very kindly and very patient so I can able to just be free. But now the work is gone. Now I can investigate this building. Before the opening for a brand new restaurant they're about to opening is the Bag O' Crab. They're gonna be about to get a new one in about a couple hours for the grand opening for another time. And so it is gonna be the opening. Also, I'm not gonna open this door though. Look at this. They accidentally opened the door, so I don't want to do that. But we're gonna take a look in this building. We're gonna do a walk around, and maybe we can do like a little see-through, so we can take a look at this building of a very older. You've never seen it in. I've been to many one. I think I best to get this one in Burbank. I believe in the in the Barso, the one in Barso, the older Arby's building. And I best to get this building. When I look at inside, it's a little modern in there, but doesn't care because I was looking there. So this location don't have a drive-through, but it was a big, huge restaurant, and it was massive, so huge. But yeah, it's been abandoned for a long time, and they're working on building, but it's gonna be a new business soon, so let's do it before and after, and just check out this building. Also, it's very early. I always need to wait for the workers to go. But yeah, it's an older vintage, a very vintage, older Arby's building, and it was built in the 1970s, and it's a very historic building. One of the Concord one in the museum is a historic. It is a very historic building for the Concord spot, and it's a very important attraction. It is very, very older and vintage, and it's a very nice little texture on the building, and it's very old. And that was the reason it's been closed for an hour long time. Let's just not yapping. Let's check out this building. We're gonna do a walk around, and maybe we could just look for pictures for the thumbnail, and I'll try my best to look for it. But we're gonna do a walk around, and we can check out this building before they became this new business, after they working on the building, and after that. So yeah, it's been overgrown by weeds after they closed the location. What's the last time you see this Arby's building? No? Well, this is special. They're still to begin replacing the new wood, but yeah, it's an imagine. I'm gonna look for pictures, but this picture looked like here. These two look like this. When I'm not yapping, let's check out this building before we begin new business. Get the video thumbs up, subscribe, and share. Let's check out. It used to be an older Arby's building before, when they came a Chinese restaurant, before they closed this location from the fire happening. I'm gonna do my famous today. Show you. Shall we? Also, this place has been gutted, so maybe we're gonna check out the building. Alright, let's check it out. Arby's. We have the beef. Yep, we're here. I'm glad I wait for the workers had to go, because I love very older vintage building. It's gonna give me like a very older vibes. Like, look at the thing. Looks like it's peeling off. So like I said, this used to be the Arby's building with the rounded right here, the old rounded right here, and also the window. It looks very older, I might say. Yeah, so this one, like I said, they're going to be coming in a new a seafood Cajun Murphy one, but they started doing it, but I'm like very ashamed. Here, let's check out the front door. Let me do like a let's check out the front door. Yeah, this been chained up. Somebody broke the door. Yeah, it's been abandoned for a long time. to look around door. Yeah, it would have been say for the Chinese Asian restaurant. Looks like that. It's pretty older, I might say. This looks old. Honestly, it's pretty old. Along with the building shape, it looks very nice. And yeah, like I said, there's been overgrown by plants and around it by weeds because it's been abandoned for a long time. I mean, a long time. I don't know how much longer it's been abandoned, but it's been a long time. Yep, this is gonna be the new business. All right, here's the sunless sign, and we're gonna say now for the Chinese restaurant. But I don't know, Trace, what the sign used to be. Maybe right here, maybe right here. I don't know. Here's the patio. I think used to be the patio here. Used to be little holes right here. Here's the patio. Used to be right here. Looks like it's been taken out, but you can imagine used to be the patio right here. Old patio. Here's a bunch of here's a sink. Here's the cleaning sink. Yeah, this is a pretty old building, I might say. I never crossed an abandoned another Arby's building that from the 1970s. It is very probably quite historic, I might say. I've been to many Arby's building, but this is a very older vintage Arby's building from the late 1970s. But yeah, I brought my dad here. He's sitting in the car, so I would do my thing. Here's the patio. Yeah, it used to be 2 doors here, but now it looks like it's have 2. We can imagine this look like this. Yeah, like I said, this used to be the patio, but now it looks like it's been clearing out. And they put the fence up, so I don't know. But here's the door. I want to imagine in my mind. How about correct it? I want to picture in my mind. I was picturing that. I think the inside of the Arby's building, which used to be like a static Arby's building with the original. I think it used to be the Arby's counter and the whole kitchen inside and the menu boards. I don't know what I'm picturing, but I think that Arby's used to look like that. It's a bunch of trash. It's a bunch of trash everywhere. I don't know why they do it. But here's we could take a look in there. Zoom it out. We can. It looks cleaned out. Oh, wait. Is it a bird? Wait. Maybe I had to blur this out. I don't know if it was a monkey or not. I don't know. But here's the cleaning sink. Looks like it's been out. Yeah, it's been very decaying on the patio. It's kind of a shame. Like I said, these used to be the doors here for the outside. And the inside, I think we can take a look at inside. I think we have it clear. Here's the inside. It looks very cleaned out. It wouldn't used to be the kitchen here. The menu board used to be in there. But now it looks like it's been cleaned out. But yeah, here's the dumpster center. Look at that. It's very rusty. Here's the dumpster center. Looks a lot of trash here. Very old fence. Very old. I'm glad I had to do this early because this building's not going to be as longer to be. I had to do this building after they're going to do the building. I don't want to think I'm crazy. Maybe it used to be the Arby's logo. It used to be right here. Ooh, trays. But here's the kitchen. Here's the kitchen in the back. Like I said, this door is completely wide wide open, so I'm not gonna go in there. I would respect they're doing. But yeah, it's very overgrown. Along with the Arby's building, there's another business here. It looks like it's doing well. An older Burger King building. Yeah, it's been fading away. I want to do this. I like the roof and the top. It's very green. It's kind of giving me like an older Arby's vibes. We have the very old green. It just feels like a very older Arby's with the green color roof. Makes this whole thing looks good and magical. All right, let's do one more time. Let's do one more look around. Let's do walk around. Let's do it one more time. Yeah, it used to be like I said, this building used to be an Arby's building. And after that, they turned into a Chinese restaurant. I want to get it for myself, but I don't know why they used to have the little rods on top. I don't know why. But yeah, I like this building shape. It's pretty nice. It's kind of shame this building's burnt out and they had to replace it with wood. Anyway, so yeah, it's a very short video, but yeah. Oh yeah, look. Open to hours. Crazy. Yeah, it's been chained up for a long time, and used to be and I like the old thing right here. It's kind of very older. It's very classic. It's a authentic classic. Very classic. Yeah, it used to be I think it would have been used to be the little bulbs here, but now it looks like it's been taken out. I mean, some reasons. I don't know why. Yeah, I'm glad they put the fence up, so I believe people don't want to go around. Go right here. Yeah, see, look. Yeah, the city, the alcoholic, the Cajun. Yeah, this one is gonna be a new business. Yeah, this thing's broken up. Yeah, I look at this. I gotta like older Arby's. It just gives more like a charm, like old and vintage. But yeah, here we're gonna do one more look in the back. Where you look at the side. Yeah, it's pretty like a daytime right here because it's very early night. I know the workers is not around, but it's kind of a shame this building has been abandoned for a long time, and it's a very historic building. Also, I can still see a little bit on the top. I was like thinking. I can see a little bit on the top. I think it used to be like the Arby sign. It used to be like the Arby sign right here. Maybe like the top. I don't know. I think it used to be the Arby sign. But anyway, so yeah. Alright, and that's a wrap. Also, I brought my dad with me. So I know we've been to many Arby's building before. I think it's in the building here in the I think it was in the I don't know what the building. Oh, I mean Barso. We basically get this one in the Barso here, and it has a drive-through. But this building is super neat because it don't have a drive-through. It's just like a very authentic, like a classic, like a very authentic building. But yeah, I'm glad they took it down, but now it looks like it's beginning to be a new business. But a clever early night. But yeah. I gotta like the roof. It's very green. It's very green and cool. But it's kind of nice. But anyway, so let's wrap this. It's a very, very nice little building, and it is very, 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 very classic. It's just very nice. It's a very 90s vibe. I mean, 70s vibes. And it's been abandoned for a long time, and then business came. But here is the building. Rest in peace for the first Arby's building. You can see a little trace in the top, but yeah, it's very old. Yeah, it's pretty old, I think. And I did show you this old advertisement for I think it's for flyers. I feel like flyers. They had to show this up for a lot of people for the new building, along with the Burger King building, because it's so vintage. But yeah, this is pretty nice. Even the back looks like it's been taken out, but you can imagine it used to be like old and vintage.
there are.
But anyways, we're not talking. It's been overgrown, but yeah.
And such an incredible opportunity.
But anyway, so
Supplies constrained.
alright, so
Suppliers.
thank you for watching the video. Anyway, so
These businesses have never made
alright, so
before.
alright,
They can look and cheat
peace out.
right when
But
they're
yeah, here's we could do a little more look in the back.
we can
But yeah, it's very early I think it's early in the night, and it's very nice. Also, we did investigate this building, and I apologize I didn't do the back, but yeah, we did the back. But yeah, so thank you, bye.